Another earthquake measuring 5.6 rocked Southern California this morning. State officials report severe damage in the downtown area.
The World Health Organization reports a new strain of the deadly Ebola virus. This lethal mutation, rapidly spreading across the Congo and South Africa, is responsible for killing over 1,000 people.
The stock market took another dramatic dive today, forcing Wall Street to search for solid ground.
Tensions in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine soared to new heights as suicide bombings preceded the Holy Week.
You should be proud of Dustin. He's my best student.
Yeah, well, he does get his brains from my side of the family. Stubbornness from Michael's. Oh, Amy, I keep telling you that you and Rod have got to go to the mountains. It is so gorgeous up there.
Oh, yeah. How was the perfect weekend?
It was perfect. That is until Michael decided to sneak Dustin out on Sunday morning to go to a local church.
Still taking this Jesus stuff pretty seriously.
Yeah, I just wish he was as serious about taking out the trash.
Wow, yours takes out the trash?
Yeah, well, normally I wouldn't complain, but of course I did. Well, I don't know. At least he's more attentive and not nearly as self-centered as he used to be.
Lisa, are you okay? What's happening? Dustin! Dustin! Lisa, are you okay?
Amy. Oh. Yeah, I'm
You
fine.
scared me. You looked like you were gonna faint.
Man, you're out of control.
I've never been in better form.
I'm not talking about your game.
Neither am I.
You knock that smile off your face, it makes you look stupid.
I'm sorry if joy offends you.
Hey, I've got plenty of joy. It just comes at the right times, during happy hours and on the weekends.
Oh.
And please don't start with this Jesus thing. I am sick of it. Everybody at work wants to run and hide when you start talking about God.
It's just that I've discovered the truth. And let me tell you, for the first time in my life, I've got peace.
Great, that's wonderful. Nobody's suggesting, Michael, that you deny Jesus or this newfound religion. Almost nobody. All that we're asking, Michael, is that you tone it down.
Nobody asked me to tone it down when I was an atheist, right?
That's right.
Now that I've got something real, so real, I just want to tell the world what they're missing.
I'm glad you found something that works for you. But there are so many people in this world today that are happy with the way their lives are. Since that's the case, and I don't mean to offend you, just mind your own business.
Did you see that?
What? Did I see what?
Don't don't forget and read chapters 1 through 4. And welcome to my class.
Dr. Matthews,
Yes?
this class is not what I thought it was going to be.
Did I offend you?
Well, yes. You basically tore apart everything I believe in.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm here to shatter about 18 years worth of lies, misconceptions, perceptions. This is the hunt for truth and reality. It's not for the weak or the simple.
What you perceive as truth may not really be the truth.
Okay, don't tell me you're a little Christian girl and you think that you know what the truth is. Is that right?
Yes, I do believe in Jesus Christ.
So you believe that a man who may have lived 2,000 years ago is God?
Actually, we have more historical proof that Jesus existed than we do Julius Caesar.
That's debatable, but for the sake of argument, I'll give it to you. So you are willing to elevate this Jew to a deity. Why?
He is God. He performed many miracles.
Miracles. Have you ever seen any miracles? I mean, have you seen the dead rise or the lame walk?
Well, not personally.
And yet you're willing to base your entire belief system on what a bunch of ignorant peasants and fishermen have to say about this man who performed miracles.
I know from personal experience that he does exist.
Oh. So you have this warm, fuzzy feeling, is that it?
One day, Jesus will physically return to earth and judge it.
And you know this by?
Faith.
Well, faith, my dear, is nothing more than a refuge for the weak and the simple.
Dr. Matthews, I didn't realize that atheism was a prerequisite for this class.
Dr. Matthews, I have a confession. Before I took your class, I couldn't have turned in one of these outsiders, one of these followers of Jesus Christ. Many times they were my own family and friends. But now I see the greater good for them, that this will help promote the New World Order. Dr. Matthews, I just want you to know that I appreciate everything that you're doing. For the first time in my life, I'm truly free. Free to think, free to choose, free to be. We just want to thank you, Dr. Matthews.
Then I would like to drop this class.
Well, fine. Great. Why don't you just do that? Do us all a favor.
Alex, you are an intellectual bully.
I come from a long line of intellectual bullies. I want my students to think for themselves, to make their own decisions.
That attitude could cost you your job.
I thought you were my friend, Gordon.
I am your friend, Alex. In fact, I'm the best friend you've got. I'm working very hard on your behalf. This is the official notice. The hearing is set for Wednesday at 2 o'clock. They're bringing in a team of lawyers from some Christian advocacy group.
In the name of religious freedom, I'm about to be crucified.
They're putting a lot of pressure on the trustees.
Do you know what happens if I go down? It's the first step to burning books. The gulags won't be far behind.
Hey, you ready?
I sure am, Mike. Hey, I'm sorry if I came down too hard on you today about this Christianity thing. I'm just scared you may lose your job.
Lose my job? This is turning into a record year for me. Revenues are up by 15% in my division. I don't think they'd want to lose me now. Unless you know something I don't.
Let me put it to you this way. Your beliefs may be a conflict of interest around here.
What are you talking about?
Just promise me, buddy, promise me that you'll think about what I've said. Pierce?
Oh, Michael, how's that Amherst report coming along?
Great, it'll be done by Thursday.
Well, it needs to be on my desk by tomorrow morning.
But I thought you said it wasn't due until Thursday.
Deadline's moved.
Okay.
That'll be $25.47, please. Thank you.
Okay, place your hand under the scanner.
Access denied.
There must be something wrong with the scanner.
Try it again. Okay, do it again.
Access denied.
See, it's broken.
You're an outsider, aren't you?
Security to register 12. Code red. Code red.
Ma'am, can I help you?
Yeah, how are these on headaches?
Works for me.
Lord, what are you trying to tell me? Did I just have a vision? Are you trying to tell me that you're coming back soon?
I just wanted to see if you'd like to meet for lunch. But hey, I can leave you alone. Whatever. Huh? No! Please, sit down.
Please. Doug, let me ask you something. And I want you to answer me honest. Don't lie.
Will I be answering as your friend or as your coworker?
As my Christian brother. Do you think I'm crazy? I mean, do you think I've gone overboard sharing the word?
Do you mean around here?
And home.
I haven't seen you be obnoxious about it.
Well, I don't want to remain silent anymore. I can't. I'm afraid to.
What are you so afraid of?
There are so many people out there that don't even give God a second thought. I mean, we're all so caught up in our own world that we don't even take time to know our Creator. And then if we do, I'm afraid it'll be too late.
But Mike, it's not your responsibility. I mean, you do your job, you tell them about Jesus, and then it's in God's hands. It's not up to you to make them believe it.
Yeah, but I have this pressing feeling that Christ's return could be at any moment.
Well, you and me both, but the truth of it is, nobody knows for sure when he's coming back. I mean, sure, it could be today. It could be 100 years from now.
I know, but I had the craziest experience this afternoon.
Let me show you something. Tell me your story on the way. Here's the morning reports. I think you'll find this to be some interesting reading. Now, let me get this straight. You had a vision of the rapture? Man, I wish that would happen to me. You know what I envy about you? It's your ability to share Christ with others. Everybody around here thinks I'm some kind of eccentric computer geek. They have no idea I'm a Christian.
Listen, increased earthquake activity by almost 50% in the last 5 years. Millions dying of famines, new deadly viruses that are killing millions. Man, these viruses are horrible.
Jesus said in the end times there will be famines and pestilences and earthquakes. And the prophet Zechariah said, "This is the plague with which I will strike all the people who fought against Jerusalem." He said that their skin will dissolve while they stand on their feet, Their eyes will dissolve in their sockets, their tongues will dissolve in their mouths. Sounds like the Ebola virus. Well, either that or the effects of some chemical or nuclear weapons. Listen to this. In the last days, perilous times will come. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying his power, and from such people turn away. 2 Timothy 3, verses 1 through 5. Man, this is insane. That says it all, man. We're there. Look around. As a matter of fact, the rebuilding of the temple must occur during the end times. And this is happening right now. The Temple Institute has been meticulously recreating all the holy instruments and the priestly garments exactly according to biblical law. And in the past 3 years or so, we've seen miracles happening to prepare for temple worship. Such as? Well, the first red heifer was born in Israel in almost 2,000 years. It's a very special, very rare cow. Its ashes are needed to cleanse both the priests and the temple. Where do you learn about this stuff? Come with me tomorrow night, I'll show you. I don't have to go. I'll stay, okay?
What's the matter?
Well, you look like you had a tough day. I thought maybe you might want to talk or something.
Why do you want to talk? So you can tell me how much I need Jesus?
I just thought maybe we'd talk about, I don't know, you, us.
No, just go on to your little meeting and get this religious stuff out of your system so we can get back to our normal life again.
Lisa, this religious stuff is not some drug I've injected into my veins. It's not gonna wear away. It's the truth that's in my heart. It's helping me build our marriage.
What do you mean helping you? I'm in this too, Michael. You know, you have turned our marriage into a threesome.
Believe me, Lisa, you don't want me to go back the way I was.
Yes, Michael, I do. All I know is that I used to be first in your life.
Lisa, you were never first in my life. I was first in my life. Then my career. Then when I had time, you and Dustin. Jesus changed all that. I actually love you and Dustin more than I ever have. And if you can't see that, if you can't see that I love you more, that I'm not a better husband or a better father, then I need to do something about it.
Michael, I know you're trying. I know that, but I don't understand what's happening to us. Things were so great before Jesus came along.
Lisa, listen to me. There was a time, before I became a Christian, where I felt I needed a little variety.
What do you mean, variety? Michael, did you have an affair?
I thought about it way too many times.
What were you gonna do? Just leave me, divorce me?
No, I just thought I'd spice up my life a little. Lisa, the point is that the only thing that stopped me was reading the Bible and rediscovering what a sinner I was. And when I opened up to the forgiveness and love that God had for me, bam, it hit me. My priorities were twisted. The first thing I needed to set right was my relationship with you.
Are you telling me that the only reason you didn't have an affair was because of Jesus and not because you love me?
Lisa, I have never loved you more than I do right now. Okay?
What's that?
Dusty?
What's the matter, buddy?
Are you and Mommy getting a divorce?
Oh, that's the last thing we would ever do. Why would you think that?
You and Mommy were fighting just like Jody's Mommy and Dad did.
I want you to listen to me, okay? I love you and Mommy so much. I would do anything to keep that from happening. Okay? All right.
Michael, promise me that you are not going to do anything to lose your job.
Look, I don't want to lose my job. I promise.
Promise me you're going to settle down.
Okay.
Oh, Michael, we need you so much more than Jesus does.
The Bible tells us that in the days preceding the return of Christ, there will be a great time of tribulation, a time of judgment upon the world.
Is that the time of the Antichrist?
A leader will arise that will unite the world. For 3.5 years, he will bring peace and prosperity. But he will be as evil as Satan himself, and he will persecute all those who follow Jesus Christ.
Now, will we have to suffer through this judgment?
Let me read you something. 1 Thessalonians 4:16 through 18. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet of God. And the dead in Christ shall rise first. And then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. Therefore, comfort one another with these words.
Rabbi Marcus, may I? Okay, this may sound crazy, but it was the most powerful experience I've ever had, and I don't know what to make of it. The other day, I was driving along with a friend. When suddenly, out of the blue, I heard this horn. It was the most beautiful music I've ever heard, calling me from the heavens. And everything in me wanted to rush to it. Nothing could have kept me here. I had this feeling like I was flying upwards. As if I was able to touch joy itself. Then just as suddenly, I was back in my car as if it had never happened.
In the last days, young men will see visions, and old men will dream dreams.
Is the Lord showing me that Jesus is returning soon?
The Lord is full of surprises. If you had told me 10 years ago that I, an Orthodox Jewish rabbi, would be standing in front of you proclaiming that Jesus is the Messiah and the Savior, I would have thought you mad. That God is faithful, and if you pray and seek the Lord, he will make clear what he is saying to you.
I looked over that Amherst report. Great job.
You know, I always give it my best.
I'm glad to see you're a team player again.
I've always been a team player.
Well, a lot of us were getting a little worried about you.
Hey, Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I gotta get home and see the family. See you tomorrow.
Right.
Dad, throw me the ball. Dad, throw me the ball.
Hey guys, we're eating in 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Right.
You all right, honey?
I don't know, Dad. It's just that I took an early pregnancy test a couple days ago.
And?
And it was negative, thank goodness. I call it intuition, but I just can't seem to shake this expectant feeling. And the last thing in the world Michael and I need is a child on the way.
Things aren't any better between you two?
I just feel like he puts God first and I'm second.
Still going on about Jesus?
Well, no, not nearly as much, but I don't know for how long. He's like a dam about to burst. Dad, if he loses his job over this, I'm seriously thinking of leaving him. I don't want to, but I can't even imagine my life without him. It's like living with an alcoholic. He has become obsessed with the idea that Jesus is about to return at any minute.
You know, for 2,000 years, the Christian church has been manipulating its followers with this hype about a second coming. Oh, look out, he's coming soon. Ooh, he's going to be here any minute. Look out, he's just around the corner. Ooh, you better give us some more money. I mean, really, who could believe all of that hype?
Well, Mom, aren't you a repository of good cheer today?
Look, I am in the battle for my professional life here with these Christian pinheads. And to think my own son-in-law, my grad assistant, the man that we gave our daughter to in marriage, has betrayed me by becoming one of these morons.
Alex, I want a pleasant afternoon.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know, Mom, bitterness does not become you.
You think I'm bitter now? You just wait and see what happens if I lose my job over this. I am going to be right here every day, complaining and complaining and complaining.
I can hardly wait.
Did I tell you the cool guy's coming out next week?
No.
Yep. It's gonna go in right over there.
Oh, good spot.
Where you headed, cowboy?
Go play on Grandma's computer.
Man, that is one sharp kid.
Oh, he's something else, all right. He makes me think so much of you. You know, it makes me think about the talks we used to have, especially, politics. I loved it. We just don't talk like we used to.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Well, anything really. I mean, as long as it's logical.
Meaning I don't talk about Jesus.
Right, or UFOs, or Bigfoot, or the Tooth Fairy.
Alex, you know where we're headed.
You want to talk myth, I want to talk reality.
This is reality.
This has nothing to do with reality. Christianity it's for the weak-minded. Don't you see that? I mean, it's okay for some people. I mean, it works for them. But not for people like us.
Alex, people like us are sinners. We need to be changed. Jesus is the only one that can do that, and I needed the change.
What was wrong with you before? I mean, why did you need to change?
Because all I felt was emptiness, a huge void that no matter what I did, I couldn't fill it. That's what I needed, was God.
What you needed is relief from an overactive conscience.
I didn't have a conscience. I knew something was wrong, so I read the Bible. And you know what? I came face to face with the truth. Jesus is the bridge between God and man. Can't you see the change?
The only change I see is the dimming of a brilliant mind.
I know you can't understand this, but I have been fervently praying for you and Lisa that you'll see the truth as I have. You have to make a choice, Alexis, on whether or not to stand for Christ.
Well, you know what, darling? You can pray all you want to, but it doesn't change the fact that there is no God. And the sooner you come to that realization, the better off we'll all be.
I hold in my hands the future. It's called the Omni card. And with this one card, anyone can carry all of their medical, financial, information, and identification records, as well as thousands of other important documents, right in the palm of their hand. And the beauty of it is, you can track this card from anywhere in the world. The satellite tracking will locate
Sounds
the card
like your end times
instantaneously.
hogwash.
Kind of makes sense, though, doesn't
Never
it?
be lost. Okay, people, let's get to work. Darlene, call up public relations, see if they can work on that press release right away. Frank, Bill, can you check on those satellite hookups for me?
In our society, words used to mean something. The word tenure meant security, so that academics such as myself could teach freely without having to worry about this sort of thing. And now these fanatics want to control what we teach.
I object to this.
This is a hearing, not a trial.
Sorry, Dean Simpson. Look, we're not protesting the substance of what Dr. Matthews is teaching, but the manner in which he teaches. We have documented evidence and signed testimonies from students who have heard Dr. Matthews harass and grade down students simply because they're Christians or Jews.
This is ridiculous. That is simply not true.
Dean Simpson, if I might address the panel.
Go ahead, Dr. Casey.
Alex Matthews is not only my colleague, but a close personal friend. Why, as a professor, and even more so as a person, to be very honest and full of integrity. I would trust this woman with my life.
He knows the location of at least two of the leaders of the Outsiders.
Oh, Alex. Now it's your turn to try to get me to change my mind before they terminate me.
For his sake, have him renounce his madness.
Never. I will not deny my Lord Jesus. I would have known the truth before. I would have gone with the others.
This is his last chance.
His last chance?
I will never tell you what you want to know. So you might as well have me killed, Alex. Isn't that what good friends are for these days?
Last chance for what?
This could be the last chance to preserve academic freedom at this university.
We're simply asking that Dr. Matthews be fair to all her students.
And how do you respond to this?
I have never compromised. I believe in the integrity of my teaching methods. Order me to change, and you might as well just fire me now.
Unfortunately, I do see merit in the request, so I am passing it up to the Faculty Executive Council.
That could have gone better.
Amy, I've got to grab some things from the supply room. Do you need anything?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay.
They're waiting.
Now, you guys must keep in mind, no matter what happens out there, we have to stick to the plan. We must stick to our plan. We're gonna plan our work, and then we're gonna work our plan.
Rodney, if they find us here, they're gonna take us straight to the education camps. And you know what that means. We're gonna die.
Look, guys, it's very important that we keep meeting together and encouraging one another. Each one of us is going to be tempted to give in and betray one another. Don't do it.
How do you know that for sure, Rodney? What if this new leader really is the new savior of the world? Just look at all the millions of miracles he's performed and saved millions of lives. Our world was crumbling, and now we have hope. All they want us to do is to pledge our loyalty to him. What's wrong with that?
They want us to deny Jesus, and Jesus is everything. Everything that has happened to us has been foretold to us in the Bible. The economic collapse, the famines, the earthquakes, the droughts, the disease, the Antichrist, with the solution if we take the mark to deny Jesus. No matter what they offer you, don't damn your souls. Don't deny Jesus. Because this new world is going to burn.
Impressive piece of engineering, wouldn't you say?
Technology's moving a little too fast for my taste.
It'll cut crimes and death. And that's just a few things off the top of my head.
It'll also eliminate privacy. Doesn't that bother you?
Not if we're making hundreds of millions off it. Hey, come on, trade-offs come with everything. I mean, you ask the average John Doe on the street, and he'll tell you he'd be willing to trade a little privacy for security anytime.
Pierce, this is just the beginning, and you know it. I mean, the way this technology is developing, you'll soon be able to control and then monitor everybody. Now, that includes you and your family. And that doesn't bother you?
I was raised in the church, so I can pretty well guess what you're thinking, that this is the Book of Revelation becoming a reality.
Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, it is.
Give it some time, Michael. You'll get over all this stuff. I did.
Time may be the only thing we don't have much of.
You know, you've recently renewed my faith in you. It would be wise if you kept me from doubting you.
Alex, hold up. The executive faculty committee meeting is Monday.
And the word from on high is?
Alex, most of what they're asking is reasonable.
So what you're saying is the committee wants me to sacrifice my integrity and kowtow to these imbeciles. They have no spine.
What you call integrity, a lot of people see as arrogance.
No. There's a difference between arrogance and intelligence.
Yes, and it's all in the interpretation.
You had lunch?
There you go. Why don't you want to go to heaven with Daddy and me?
What makes you think I don't want to go to heaven?
You don't like Jesus.
Honey, Mommy likes Jesus. Jesus was a good man. He said a lot of wonderful things.
Yes, and he was God, and he died on the cross for our sins.
Well, Dustin, Mommy doesn't quite believe that.
Why not?
Come here, okay? I want you to go to sleep now, okay? Everything's gonna be all right. Mommy's gonna be fine. Go on to sleep now, okay? Love you.
Dustin thinks Mommy is going to hell. Is that what you believe? That you're better than me?
No, honey, that's not what I think.
But you do think that I'm gonna burn in hell, right?
Darling, I love you more than anything. You know that. But I can't save you. It's a choice you have to make. That choice is between you and God. And what choice you make will decide where you spend eternity.
Michael, you sound like such a self-righteous religious bigot. Look, I don't need God. I need you. I have been going through so much the last 2 weeks, and I don't feel like you've been there for me.
Well, I'm here now. Talk to me.
I think you should spend the night in the guest room tonight.
I know this has been a difficult week for you. I don't like it any more than you do. Believe me. It's just that our world is very different now. And we need to adapt for the good of all people. That's why I'm pleading with you. No. I am begging you to do something simple and rational. You do this one thing, and we'll have you processed and out of here in under 2 hours. You know what this one thing is, and it's so simple. All you need to do is denounce this myth about Jesus. Pledge your loyalty to the new society, the new world. One body, one mind, one destiny. Now, I gotta be honest with you. This is your last chance. What happens after this? It's your own doing. Now, all those who refuse to be processed, step forward.
I'm gonna follow Jesus.
I'm gonna follow Jesus.
I'm gonna follow Jesus.
I'm going to follow Jesus.
Don't take this the wrong way, but maybe this is some kind of a relapse from your drug days.
Amy, you were the one with the drug problems, not me. Come on, don't you remember? That's why they used to call me the nun.
I thought that's because you just always wore black.
Very funny.
Well, maybe you should see a doctor about this, and I'm sure there's some reasonable explanation.
Yeah. Like a tumor.
Okay, there's no tumors up here, no fractures, no anomalies. And quite frankly, every test is negative.
Well, then what in the world is going on?
Alex, are you under a lot of stress?
Well, my daughter's marriage is falling apart. I'm about to lose my job. Yeah, you could say I've been under some stress lately. And now my mind, the one thing that I've always been able to rely on, is just betraying me. I just can't trust my own senses.
Have you talked to your daughter about this?
Lisa? Why?
Because Lisa was in here about 4 hours ago complaining about the same thing.
Maybe this is some kind of warning from God to turn to Him before the rapture.
I just can't believe that.
Well, how else do you explain this?
I don't know. I really don't. But there must be some logical explanation for it. You know, Michael has just been acting so crazy lately. It must be stress-induced.
I don't know. He seems so convinced.
Well, there's no doubt that he believes it, absolutely. You know, maybe it's some sort of mental telepathy thing.
Mom, since when do you believe in telepathy?
Well, it's easier to believe than God becoming a man 2,000 years ago.
I don't know. There's more to it than that. I'm beginning to see what Michael is talking about.
Oh, honey, come on. Don't do this to me. We have to stick together for this.
I know.
Look at this. Here, it's notification from the university. I may be enjoying a forced sabbatical. It appears that the honesty of my teaching methods don't quite pass the acid test of Christianity. Now, I have a hearing tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. And I'm sure we can thank the great, merciful God that Michael is so fond of.
Mom, I am so sorry. I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey. You know, when it comes right down to it, family is all we've got.
Thank you, Dr. Matthews. Few have the strength and courage to put citizenship above family ties. Only heroes would sign their daughter's death warrant. However, she'll be given one last opportunity to turn back to us.
You and Dad are coming to dinner tomorrow night, aren't you?
Right, sweetheart.
Okay, bye.
Michael, I'll get right to the point. As you know, our company is taking a new direction. And to tell you the truth, your newfound faith conflicts with that. The fact that you think this whole project is tied into the book of Revelation, well, it's scary. This has been a very difficult decision for me. But I want your resignation.
What? I just had my best year and you're firing me?
You're a security risk. I can't be sure your moral objections won't influence you to sabotage the most important project this company has going. I'm sorry it has to end this way, Michael.
You know what? You're right. I do believe the book of Revelation has foretold this. Technology a couple thousand years ago. But the software and the computer access will be the real breakthrough. That's where you'll be positioning yourself, because a card can be lost or stolen.
Who told you that?
So why not just give people a computer chip or a mark on the hand or the forehead that can easily be scanned? Seems innocent enough.
That's a company secret. And if you reveal that to anyone, we'll sue every last penny out of you.
People will be reluctant at first to take the mark. But with proper marketing, celebrities, movie stars, sports heroes, they'll soon accept it and then even embrace this new technology. I mean, you'll even be one of the first to accept it, for the benefit of the company, of course. But then you realize, and your eyes will be opened, and the power you once thought you had is only an illusion. And then you weep uncontrollably as your own son is taken away from you because he refused to take the mark.
What are you talking about?
The future of the world, Pierce. Your future.
So what are you now, Michael? A fortune teller? Maybe you can get a job with a psychic hotline.
You still have time to repent.
You need professional help, Michael.
council to make a decision.
I agree.
Michael, you need to sue for religious discrimination.
I haven't the will nor the time.
But, buddy, the job market, it's so tough right now. What are you going to do?
I'm not worried. I'm sure God has something better in mind for me. In the meantime, I'll spend more time with my family and continue to share the gospel with whoever will listen.
I admire your zeal and your faith you have in this God of yours. But, buddy, there are so many religions in this world today. What makes you so sure that he is the only way?
What makes you so sure he's not?
I hate this waiting. I mean, why don't they just come out and sack me now? Everybody knows what they're going to decide anyway.
Don't worry, Alex. We'll get our chance.
Maybe.
Hi, excuse me, ma'am. Do you know what time the dean's gonna be out at the meeting?
It's gonna be a while. I don't think he'll be available today.
You go play now, okay?
I'm glad you finally told your mom what was going on.
Yeah, well, it's nice to know somebody else is going through what I'm going through. Took a load off my mind.
Well, you know what they say. Confession is good for the soul.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna let it rest. Just let it ride, not even think about it for a while.
Yes, hello. I need to speak to Mrs. Carey. Lisa Carey. No, Sorry, I don't think you understand the urgency. I need to speak to her right away. She has to know. But just please tell her that it's not too late to make a decision. Thank you.
Did you see that?
They're gone!
What's going on here?
What's happening?
Lisa, what's happening? What's happening? What does this mean? What does this mean? Michael was right. He was right. I should have listened to him. Michael, where
We just confirmed reports from affiliate stations around the world that millions of people have vanished in what some people are claiming is the second coming of Jesus Christ. No news from the Pentagon as to what may have caused the disappearances, but the military is on full-scale alert.